Welcome back, everybody. This is Man-Made Thoughts. My name is Quatez, and this is Superman Up in the Sky, number 5 of 6, $4.99. This is actually a good story, but for $4.99, it's kind of a hard pass. Not a hard pass. I mean, like, it's hard to pass it. Like, that's just the one thing. If it was $3.99, because I don't understand why it's $4.99. There's nothing in here that makes this book $4.99. That's just a minor quibble because the rest of the book is amazing. If you have not heard about Superman Up in the Sky, well, number one, you shouldn't be watching this video first because there's other videos that you should be watching on this channel. But basically, Superman Up in the Sky is about a dude comes from space. We don't know who it is. He comes, he kidnaps this girl. Her sister dies of radiation poisoning. Superman feels very bad about it. He eventually just leaves the Earth. He just bounces. After careful consideration, it's more like a suicide mission because he's going to go after the one person because that's just his nature. He's the greatest of them all. He's going to go after the one person, even though she means nothing in the span of history and time and all that stuff. But that's Superman's nature. Anyway, this issue digs at his moral core, his moral center. Oh, by the way, it's written by Tom King and drawn by Andy Kubert. Andy Kubert's pretty great on Superman, I gotta say, except I did not like when he was with not Grant Morrison, but his stuff on The Last Son of Krypton. I didn't really think it fit, and his panel layout was a little confused, but whatever, that's another story. So anyway, in this one, basically Superman makes a deal with Darkseid that he is going to go and presumably kill this dude because this dude, from what I'm seeing, he has this disease and he is dying from it. I'm pretty sure it's cancer. Cancer is it's kind of incurable because it's basically your cells in your body deciding to act up and then they start doing their own thing inside of your body, so it starts messing you up too. And so this guy is just basically like, I should do it. I should take my own life because I can't take this pain. It's too much for me, man. So he thinks Superman is the angel of death for him because that's all he's been waiting for, just for somebody to come by and kill him so he doesn't have to feel pain anymore. And it's a good story. It's just good because Superman, as far as we know, he has a no-kill clause. It's not like directly stated. Well, actually, it is directly stated. I mean, it's directly stated in the death of Superman that Superman doesn't kill. It's not that he won't. It's just that killing somebody takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of thought behind it. You don't, unless you're a psychopath, you really just aren't thinking about the sacredness of life and all that stuff. Superman has that weight on his shoulder because he's, in fact, a hero. And heroes don't kill. But not only that, but he tries not to. He tries not to inflict violence on people unless it absolutely is necessary. He doesn't just swing fists at people. He likes to try to talk it, and then it gets escalated to that point. So with him having this self thing of, look, I don't kill. Like, that's not my thing. So this guy is basically like, Angel, will you tell me a story? And he's like, what kind of story? The kind you tell a man before you kill him. Because this guy really wants to die. I'm going to skip a couple of pages. He really wants to die, so Superman decides to tell him the story thus far. I like it. Because it's like saying, hey, this is a filler issue. But filler issues, they tell you the stuff that you need to know. Like I explained to you before, he says, once there was a girl. She was playing with her sister, with her favorite toy, which was a Superman toy. Someone came for her. Someone unkind. She cried out, like you, she asked for. No, she needed an angel. And a really, really manly photo a manly drawing of Superman. That is a really manly like pose. There's a lot of comics that Superman's not manly in, especially his own series in which Brian Michael Bendis is writing. He is not manly. He's more like I hate to say it, but I mean he's a cuck. He doesn't stand up for himself at all, and you know his wife kind of just runs him. She just wears the pants and whatever she says goes, and he just sits back, just letting it all happen. And I'm like, that's not Superman. That's not at all. But anyway, and then this dialogue I really loved when he goes back to see Darkseid. Just this page, like I said, a good storyteller is one where there are no words, but you can tell the anguish and the emotion just by the fact that you don't even see Superman's face. It's just silence because you're left to assume he killed the dude because the dude was just asking for it. So this whole page, is it done? Yes, you lie. If it is a lie, then I've broken my word. And if it's the truth, then I've broken my word. Either way, Darkseid, I've fallen. Either way, Darkseid, you win. Now, where's the girl? Yeah. Because, like I said, Superman, if he kills the guy, then he broke his own rule. If he didn't kill the guy, then he's lying and he breaks his own morality code. So he holds himself to a high standard and he expects everybody to understand that that's his standard. And Darkseid is just a being of pride. I mean, he runs a hell planet. So for all intents and purposes, he's pretty much like Satan. So he wants his ego stroked. So that's why he had a big giant grin on his face, about it. Anyway, this one is the second part of it. It wasn't as good as the first part of it because it was the offer. The offer is pretty much like Superman chilling, hanging out with his friends if he decided that if he just decided to give up and stop doing everything, then he'd be all fine. Everything would be okay. And he was just being tortured the whole time. Like, that's the kicker behind it, is that he was being tortured into, like, hey, you give up and this pain can all go away. But if you don't give up, well, then we've got to, destroy you. Of course, it's classic bad guy talk and all that stuff, which I love. I love when bad guys think that they got away with something, because bad guys really aren't bad guys in comics anymore. They're more like misunderstood, not good guys. And the heroes are more of the bad guys. But anyway, that was issue number 5. It's good. The story is good. And you like manly heroes with big muscles and they fight to protect people that they care about, then this book is for you. If you don't, then you can go ahead and get Brian Michael Bendis' run on Superman, which is just Superman, but it started with Man of Steel. Anyway, that's the video. Let me know how you feel about Superman. I just recently became a Superman, not a fan, but more like somebody who's just like intrigued in the character of Superman. But anyway, let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's dialogue about it. Let's talk about it. The deity of Superman, or, the DNA of it. What makes him a hero? What makes it good? But anyway, peace out.